Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Nobody Asked Us podcast. I'm Cheyenne.
And I'm Sage.
Okay, Sohi, can you give us some questions, please?
Today we thought that we'd start with a very interesting topic because I don't know, I saw this thing on TikTok and then we had a whole discussion about it.
Oh, yes.
I said we're too sober for this because obviously we weren't drinking and anything else. We don't do anything else, okay? And we thought about like what I don't know what I'm saying.
All about high thoughts and sober minds. Because we're sober,
We thought
These
about
are like
why are we having these thoughts while we're sober?
yeah, so these thoughts are thoughts you have either when you're high or drunk. And we are sober, so we are going to be doing them with sober minds.
So essentially, the first thing that we thought of from like the reference from the TikTok is, do ants have lungs?
And then we deep dived into Google, and Google says no, they have like a little tube that they get oxygen from their skin.
They have multiple tubes.
And then we're looking at this and we're like,
how are bugs alive?
How are bugs alive? Do they have hearts? And Google's like, they don't have a heart, they have a singular chamber that feeds off the oxygen. And we're just like looking there like,
what the fuck?
How do they live
Does
then?
that mean they're really alive? They move?
But they are alive.
What is the, like, how do you know you're alive?
Okay.
Is that the deadpan? No, but like if you think about it, what qualifies you as being alive? Because us as humans just been like, okay,
you breathe, you have a heart,
you have pumping blood, like that means you're alive.
But technically they do have a heart and lungs, it's just not the same shape as ours.
And they don't have blood, they have what fluid?
Fluid. They don't have blood, they have fluid. So I don't know how to explain it without Google, but you know, they have fluid that feeds off the oxygen that they get. Because they're so small, they don't need as much oxygen as us, hence why they don't have lungs. And why they don't have hearts to pump the blood, because they don't have any.
Yeah. So that was one of our thoughts.
We had a deep dive into the freaking ants world.
Back into the archives, bro.
Yeah.
Lies we told growing up that somehow worked.
A few moments later.
I made my bed.
Or you cleaned your room.
I cleaned my room.
And most of the time it would work unless they walked into your room.
But listen, most of the time you'd say you cleaned your room and then chuck your clothes into the cupboard like it was nobody's business.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
And then they walked into the room and they're like, oh, this is so clean. And then you're just looking at your cupboard like, please do not look in my cupboard.
I think throughout our history, for me, honesty is the best policy, so I was just very honest. I didn't feel the need to lie to my parents. Maybe that's a good thing on their part. But like, yeah.
We didn't lie about anything except for our clean rooms.
It's like we didn't have a reason to lie to them.
Yeah, they know all of our intricate stories.
We get in shit, but you know.
Yeah, we'd rather get in shit than them find out later and get in more shit.
Yeah. Our parents are. Yeah. Let's move on.
Let's just go. Who's more likely to end up in jail? Why me?
You're shady.
I'm not shady, I'm just a little bit cooked in the head.
Isn't that the same thing?
Oh wow, okay, sorry Sage.
I can imagine you going to prison for, you're going like, okay, this is for the plot, and then you do something fucked up, and then you get fucked by the police. You know?
Then I just listen in like,
be like, oh wow, it was a mistake, oops, and then the police are like, no.
And then your phone says, sorry, I'm in a cell.
I'm actually always the emergency contact. Shannon goes like, I have a query. There's a problem.
My favorite thing to say to anybody is, I have a query.
And I just want to be like, fuck you, I don't care. And most of the time I already know what it is. Before she asks me, I know what it is.
You can see it on my face.
Or not even on a phone call as well. You can just say it and I'm like,
yeah.
Clocking that. Okay, which one of us would survive reality TV longer?
Probably me.
It really depends on the show though.
Okay, yeah, true. Who would get through, like, you know, those challenge shows, like Survivor and shit?
I'm competitive as shit. I'd definitely.
So am I. Although I'm afraid of heights, so we might lose on that specific one.
And needles.
But they don't have needles there.
Blood. You don't like blood.
That's true. I'd probably pass out and be off the show.
See, I don't give a fuck.
That's true.
Who would survive longer in a zombie apocalypse?
Me, because I'd hide. I'd just take a storage unit of food and water and I'd freaking hide.
Because that's the easy solution.
That's the easy solution.
Where you gonna shit? Where you gonna piss?
I'd find a school.
There's no running water.
I'd find a school.
What if the water's contagious?
So my poo. Then I'll find a machine gun and then I'll go find my life.
I think I would survive.
But I have a better shot than you.
It really depends.
Not really.
Yeah, it does. I don't think you're a better shot than me.
With a rifle, I am.
Did you shot that thing like twice?
Exactly, and I hit the target every time while everyone missed it.
Okay, whatever.
Which of your personality is you versus your trauma?
No, my personality is all based on my trauma, so I don't know, yeah.
My personality is 50-50, because I let go of my trauma, and then the rest is just me, so yeah, so you just get the craziness.
Which is probably the trauma.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very traumatized people.
If you could restart your life, would you actually do anything differently? Yes, I'd be born into a rich family.
You want to be a Nepo baby?
Yes. But with the same parents.
I'm going to give a very unoriginal idea and sound like it's a safe bet, but I'm going to say I don't think so.
Okay, yeah, but I mean, like...
No, but I'm thinking, like, the thing is, if you restart completely, it doesn't, like, mean that everything's going to be perfect, you know what I mean?
True,
it's not going to... And it might not be better on the other side than it is on this side.
True, I'm going to change my answer.
She just wants to be relatable, guys.
No, I'm kidding. If I could keep my parents, like, have them as my parents, but them be rich, then yes. But also they must teach me work ethics, like I have now.
First world problems.
Yes.
If animals could talk, which one would have the worst attitude?
Cats.
I'm trying to think.
Cats would definitely, because... Actually, no.
Honey badgers or skunk?
No. I'm trying to think now, there was one that I just thought about. No, I do think it's cats, because cats have attitude 24/7. If you look at them wrong, they're just looking at you like you killed their family.
What about sharks?
But sharks are gentle giants. They don't have attitude.
Depends. Piranhas.
Piranhas, yes.
Yeah, they're definitely...
Although piranhas actually technically don't just try and eat things. They only do that when they're hungry or if you disturb their nests.
Moving on.
Why is there always that one chair in your room where clothes go to die? Right there.
It's called being neurodivergent. I really think so. Because I have more than one spot. I have a desk and a chair in my room, and then a little side, like, thingy next to me. And do you know what? Any flat surface is actually filled with a lot of shit in my room.
And this house.
Yeah, in general. But it's organized chaos, you know? Like, if I move something out of the way and then I go and look for it, like, a few days later or even like 10 minutes later, I'm not going to remember where I put it.
Yeah, so, technically mine is because I do not want to put my washing away, and because I set out my outfits on the chair. So I feel like it's a good balance. It's a good balance.
Why do we act like we don't see someone we know in public? Social battery, bro. I don't want to, like, it's not that I don't want to talk to you or see you or anything, but I'm not the type of person that loves small talk. Like, yeah, I'll say hi and bye, like, if I see you, but if, like, you don't see me and we don't see each other, then I'm like, I would actually much rather somebody come up to me than have to go up to them.
Like, if I'm in public and I see someone I know and they don't see me, I just carry on walking. Like the one time we saw someone we knew, and then you're like, oh, how are you? How's your life going? And then all of a sudden it gets awkward silence. I'm like, okay, I need to go now.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, goodbye.
It's not really a vibe, but I don't know, it just makes me feel icky. I just don't enjoy it.
Because then you have to try and make up questions because you haven't seen this person in a while, and you're just like, so how's your life?
And it's not like I don't like the people or the person. It's just like, it's a lot of energy. It's a little bit draining. And
especially when we're shopping and we don't like shopping.
I hate shopping with a passion. I don't like people outside. I just, if I could segue shopping and make it like a nature retreat, I'd be so much happier.
Yeah, like if I'm in somewhere public and it's nature involved, fine. But if I'm in the shops, I'm already stressed the fuck out, and I'm not going to talk to you like a normal human being.
Imagine a shop that was like outside.
No, but
like a farmer's market, like yes, that counts. But I'm just saying, like an entire grocery store.
Yes.
Grocery store outside.
But the boardwalk had something like that, and then they changed it.
No, but that was buying like items and stuff.
Yeah, I know, but they had
I'm saying
something
like an actual thing, like that would be nice,
Yeah.
like a Pick and Pay or
Yeah.
a fucking spa or something like that.
That's outside.
That's like everything's outside, but like underneath a shade net.
Yes.
Like
a nursery type of thing.
Yeah, like you don't get wet.
Okay. What classic movie from our childhood is actually objectively terrible when you watch it now?
Teletubbies. Well, that's not a movie. That's a TV
That's
show. No, actually, you know what? Anything that was on CBBS, like
yes,
it's a walk down memory lane. But if you're looking at Big Cook, Little Cook, it's like it's these like.
But that's also a TV show.
I know, but it doesn't matter. Okay, like if you're seeing Big Cook, Little Cook, like it's like not even like 30-year-olds on the TV, and it's like this man is losing his hair and he has a receding hairline, and there's a fucking tiny guy that's dancing when he's using a little pot so they shrink him. Like, that's some weird stuff. And Teletubbies, how does that work? Like, these people are obviously wearing costumes. Can you just think about how weird that is? It's actually very strange.
Okay, listen, also, what is that purple dinosaur's name?
Barney.
Barney was also a little bit creepy because, like, you have, like, this 30-year-old man running around with children.
Yeah, it's very suspicious.
Okay, we won't say movies. We'll just say TV shows because I feel like a lot of the classic movies were actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't see any movies that I saw in my childhood that I do not enjoy watching now.
Not that we can recall right now, but we've been watching like a lot of things like Evan Almighty or Bruce Almighty and all of these like
Spirit.
Okay, Spirit. Spirit makes me cry every time.
But it's my favorite.
Finding Nemo, Finding Dory, all of that stuff. Like I don't know, just been
even Bambi and freaking Lady and the Tramp. They were all good.
But they made you cry. I don't know what they put in movies when we were kids. Like, but it's actually very freaking traumatizing.
Yeah, especially Bambi. Like her mother dies in the beginning, and then her father's nowhere to be seen.
Yeah. Finding Nemo, like,
is Bambi a girl or a boy?
Girl. I don't know. Finding Nemo, like.
The mother dies.
The mother dies. And the eggs are gone. Nemo is
the only one that survived.
Not physically able.
And technically, if we're getting technical about the clownfish, they actually eat the eggs. So the barracuda would not have eaten the eggs.
Well, it still could have eaten eggs.
But it would have eaten the fish, not the eggs. It would have eaten the dad and the mom.
Okay, anyway, moving on swiftly.
Yeah.
Which celebrities rebrand?
But I still need a bit of milk, full fat, which I've warmed in the microwave.
Great English.
Which celebrities rebrand did you find the most transparent or cringeworthy? I'm trying to think of
that. I feel bad saying this, but Addison Rae.
What about it?
A bit cringy. Because everyone's like, oh, she's trying to be the new Britney Spears of this age, and it's not working.
Like, some of her stuff is good.
Some of it's good, but like the way that she performs
is a little
bit cringy. Nessa Barrett's transparency throughout her whole rebrand was top
She's
tier.
obsessed with Nessa Barrett.
Listen, guys, it will never be a phase.
Say Shane Dawson.
Shane Dawson has dropped off of the face of the planet.
No, dude, he's making documentaries and all of that stuff online. Like, I would say he went from being severely controversial.
Yeah.
And then he went into conspiracy theories. That was interesting. But I don't know, now he's just like a complete like 360, like kids, husband, all of this stuff. Like, I'm not gonna say it's cringy, but it's just like sus. It's quite sus.
Suspicious. He's a little bit suspicious.
Yeah, and like definitely the controversies in the past. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, and all these apology videos, some of them were like nonsense.
Travis Scott.
Yeah, that was not even an apology.
That was just him crying, and now it's just been made into a massive meme. Is minimalism a sophisticated lifestyle choice or just a way to look organized while being boring?
Do you know what? One of my lecturers said it's actually people aren't really like that. And if it's hard to say it within context, but he's like, there's kind of something wrong with you if everything has to be organized. You know, like those TikTok videos where they're like restocking my kitchen or restocking my
laundry.
Yes, and all of that. Stuff like that's actually not normal behavior.
No.
That's kind of OCD. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to generalize or anything, but there is like some OCD traits there. So it's like, yeah, he there wasn't anything wrong with it, but he's like, I don't know what to say about it, but like, I feel like it's okay to be organized, but like, I think there's to a point where you're taking it too far, and then you kind of putting this influence on a lot of people, and people are like,
oh, I need to be organized. Oh, I need to do this.
Why can't I do that? That looks so like aesthetically pleasing and all of that stuff. And that's not necessarily life. Because you can't have to go and like spend like, especially in South Africa when you're trying to find those little containers that they put in the fridge. They're like more than $100. Even if you go to Mr. Price,
I feel like
Pep Home, it's still like over $60, and you're just like, okay, so I'm gonna spend all this money. Obviously, you can reuse it, but like,
but also I feel like the reason that those Tupperwares got a lot more expensive is because it started becoming a trend.
Dude, and the price of toilet paper.
Yeah, no, I don't have freaking money to be buying millions of toilet rolls and then restocking them into a nice little thing.
Yeah, and petrol.
Yeah, petrol.
The petrol price compared to like alcohol now, it's actually cheaper to just buy alcohol.
Guys, we might as well get drunk and go for a run.
Yeah, someone said people are gonna be like,
don't drive, drink.
Yeah.
Each time when I come here, I am abused.
Which fictional character is seen as a hero but is actually a walking red flag in real life?
You know Batman. Because, you know, okay, yes, he's painted as a superhero, but man's is just out here destroying things. You know, any superhero, actually.
They just destroy it.
They just destroy things, and then the civilians must pick up after them. Like,
we don't see the cleanup behind it.
Yeah. Like,
people die when these cars are like thrown across, or the buildings are like crashed into and things like that.
And I'm thinking now, like, you watch Transformers and you just see all this destruction, and you're just like, you know what? People are dying. Yes, you're the heroes, but the amount of people that have been killed by the amount of people that you're saving, it's getting a bit much there. So I feel like every superhero is a little bit of a red flag in that sense.
Do you know what? I feel like
Homelander, the ultimate red flag.
Yeah, but he's not really seen as a hero.
He was in the beginning.
Yeah, from The Boys. But do you know what I'm thinking? Like, if we're looking at not even just Euphoria, but any like shows that have like a man or a woman and like they're excusing this one's behavior because of this person's past and all of that kind of stuff. Like, I'm just trying to think of an example, but Euphoria is the only thing coming up for me now.
I'm sad.
Okay, but none of them are actually heroes. All of them are just full of shit.
Yeah.
I think also, like, if you think about, not saying that Nate is a hero at the moment, but
bombastic side-eye, criminal offensive side-eye.
Nate is like, he's done a complete 360 from the past few seasons. Like, now he's like more composed and all of this stuff, but obviously he's still fucking up. But like, all of the things that made him him, all the toxic shit is not there anymore, and you're like, what's going on? Cassie is exactly the same though.
Cassie is exactly the same. She has not changed. Are we actually enjoying curating our lives, or are we just unpaid interns for TikTok?
I definitely think it's both. People like to show an edited version of their life online, and you also want to feel like your love is that, you know, in that, like, oh my gosh, this is what I got up to today. I woke up, I did this, I did that. Like, let's just be honest, majority of us are on our cell phones in the morning. We wake up, go on our phone, check Instagram, TikTok, sit in bed for like 30 minutes. If, like, it depends on what time you wake up, if you have a job or not, but like, let's just be honest. And then some people, obviously, they can exercise when they get home or whatever like that. But majority of people just get their dinner, come home, like, or make their dinner, come home and just watch a TV show and just chill.
Yeah.
You know, like, there's nothing wrong with that. And essentially, we are just unpaid interns because in South Africa, you can't even get paid.
True. There's so many countries. There's so many countries that TikTok or like Instagram or whatever won't pay you because of the specific country you're in. But then, okay, you can add ads or have paid partnerships, all that. But I don't have much to say on this topic because I said what I needed to say in the first episode on this specific place.
But they get you where you need to be eventually, depending on the audience.
Yeah.
Have you ever stayed friends with someone just because you're too tired to have the breakup conversation? Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot.
A few people.
Like, I'm cordial with you. If I don't talk to you every day, or every other day, or I don't reply to you in general, it kind of means, soz bro, we're not that close. But if we have to, like, encounter each other outside and whatever, I'll be nice. But a lot of the time, like, I don't know. As I said in the first episode, if like shit is happening and it's not serving me or helping me or whatever like that, I just like, you know what? Peace out. You're not gonna know that I'm gone. And it's not because I don't want to have the conversation. I just know that if I do have the conversation, nothing's gonna change. It's just gonna go back to the same thing that it used to be. And yeah.
Yeah, although all those friendships that I was too scared to have the breakup conversation about are no longer there, so now I have my people.
Yeah, you just end up just not talking to each other anymore, and I feel like that happens a lot.
Yeah. Brief intermission for the dogs.
As per usual.
Nothing new there.
Okay, so the next question is, do you ever hate follow people you've cut out of your life just to make sure you're winning?
You know,
I do. I know for a fact that I do.
I haven't done that since high school because I feel like if they're not in my life, I don't need their energy there.
I do it all the time. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say who or what it is, but I just do. Like, it is like sometimes like friendships you cut and old things, flings, whatever.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but I'm just like, yeah, okay, I'm doing good. And they're like still stuck where they are. And I know that sounds petty as fuck, but it's the truth.
You know, I don't, because it just seems like, okay, I don't need that energy because I know I need to keep my energy safe.
Okay, cool.
Would you let a company record 100% of your private life if it meant all your services were free forever? Yes.
It depends how they use it.
Yes, because
free
I'm pretty boring. Nice. I'm pretty boring. So if they want to film me doing everything every day, okay, no, not
There's
everything.
Something you don't want to be recorded.
Not everything.
Yeah, it really depends.
Depends on if there's some things I can cut out of the filming, then yes.
What is one thing our parents did that we swore we'd never do, but we now do constantly? I feel like I'm quite a patient person and I'm quite calm, but there is times when I have a very, very big temper. But like that's only if you push me so far, like there's no turning back. And I think sometimes, obviously, because I do bottle things up, I think bottling things up is one of the things that I like swear I'd never do, but I do. And like obviously, it's not an excuse, but I think like it is like a shared thing within
our family.
What was it? Gen X.
Okay, sorry, I cut you off. What were you saying?
What were we talking about?
Hi, I'm Dory. I suffer from short-term memory loss.
Bottling things up.
Bottling things up.
It's because of their generation. Obviously I was not excusing this, but because of their generation, I feel like that was kind of the norm. I feel like that with a lot of generations before Gen Z. I don't want to say excluding millennials, but we can put them in the Gen Z category as well. Or maybe just people in general. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, no, mine's explosive anger when I get very... Like, but you have to push me to the point of...
You're essentially saying the same thing that I'm saying.
Yes, but I'm saying that because our father had that. So
he's still alive. He has it.
He does have that.
Not like I'm gonna kill you, like let me hit you, anger, but like
I'm gonna shout at you full force. We have the very similar trait that we swore we'd never have, but if you push the Simons girls to a freaking point, you're gonna know.
Yeah, you don't want to get there.
No.
And it's not like a warning, it's like the truth.
Yeah, no, and we're going to hand you your freaking payroll back to you in a sense.
Oh no, we'll just kill you with words. We don't even have to do anything else.
Kill him with kindness. Kill him with kindness.
Okay.
That's all I thought of.
It's fine.
So, now we're going to do Kiss, Marry, Kill for celebrities or public figures. I will put them up in editing.
Lando Norris.
Oh fuck, here we go.
Jesse Rutherford from The Neighborhood. And Jaden?
Hostler.
The ex of Miss Bad.
Hostler.
Okay, whatever, yes.
So, what's this one?
Lando Norris.
Jesse and Jaden. Okay. Okay. Fuck, but Jaden's hot. Okay, no, wait. Okay. Kill Jaden because he did my girl wrong. Kiss Jesse. Marry Lando.
Okay.
Yeah. Jacob Elordi. The whatever his surname is.
Angela, I don't know what his name is, but the
Costa.
Yeah, okay. The guy from
Tell Me Lies.
The psychologist one.
Lewis Tomlinson.
Marry Jacob. Because Jacob is actually quite a nice person.
Okay.
I think I would kiss Costa.
Poor Louis.
I don't want to say kill Louis.
Poor Louis.
You know what? We literally just rewatched the One Direction movie again because I don't know, nostalgia, and I was just thinking, I don't know, it just came into my head because there's like a whole bunch of like old One Direction songs.
Yeah.
Old One Direction songs.
Which I've warmed in the microwave.
Showing up on my thing, and I'm like, I miss them. Oh. Anyways, I'm gonna kill Louis Tomlinson.
Poor Louis, man. Frick, he was your first love, and here you are killing him because of Jacob and Costa.
I'm not saying Louis Tomlinson's not a good person. Do you know what? Actually, fuck Costa. Okay, he's hot.
You only want to kiss Costa because he's a cutie pie.
I don't really feel like kissing
Louis.
Okay,
fine.
Never mind, moving on.
It's fine. Jacob, marry, Costa, kiss. Poor Louis. Love you, Lulu. Okay.
Okay, so we're doing like a hill you're willing to die on. Willing to die on is the flops or slides with socks. I can't stand that. Or when somebody's wearing flip flops with freaking skinny jeans, like, dude, why? Your dogs don't need to be out. Like, I have my boyfriend. He literally wears slops with everything. Like, okay, not really skinny jeans, but he wears slops all the time. And I'm like, it's freaking cold outside, and you're in shorts and slops. And he's like, he's not even a boer, you know. He's not. He doesn't work
Not
on
a
the farm.
Boothian.
He's no, he's not. He's not Afrikaans either. So it's just like, what the hell? Like, put your dog away, bruh.
Yeah, no, and those dogs are freaking lanky.
Okay, I'm talking about my boyfriend's toes.
Okay, a hill that I'm willing to die on is if you mistreat animals, you are a bad person.
Oh yeah, fuck you.
Because if you are willing to like mistreat something that cannot respond to you, then you are not a good person. In my eyes, if I ever see you hurt an animal or do something in that sort of sense, I will personally never talk to you again.
Another hill that I'm willing to die on is animals can tell whether a person is good or bad.
Yes, my one dog did not like somebody that I knew and almost bit them where the sun does not shine. So I feel like that was a good warning sign for me. So animals can tell if you're a good person or not. Same with children.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what it is about me, but every time there's a child, it clings to me like I'm its savior.
Well, says the one that doesn't want you.
Exactly. But the thing is that they love me, and I'm like, can I give you back to your mother, please?
I think eventually that will change, but there's nothing wrong with it.
No, I know.
Yeah, I know.
Starting a sentence with the reason I'm like this is and letting the phones autofill. Finish the psychological profile. Okay, so the reason I'm like this is I'm going to choose what I'm doing with you, and I have a good idea. I don't know what that says. Okay, anyways, the reason I'm like this is what I'm doing with you, and I have a good idea.
Sounds like something.
I'm confused.
Maybe that's just in general with your life.
Thank you, autocorrect.
Okay, the reason I'm doing so, the reason I'm like this is the position of my life and growth in the the morning, and I don't think I will be able to make the decision to get out of it.
Okay, what is your sentence?
Okay, the sentence is the reason I'm like this is the position of my life and growth in the morning, and I don't think I'll be able to make the decision to get out of it.
I'm not you trying to get out of bed.
I'm not gonna lie, it kind of slaps, you know. Let's just be honest.
That you trying to get out of bed.
Well, growing in the position of my life and growth, and not even getting out of bed, like being able to make the decision to get out of whatever I'm in.
Yes.
So, and then there were some other things that I wanted to discuss today is the new virus that has just popped up on the cruise ship and all of that type of stuff, and people getting sick. Like people on TikTok are even like joking around and being like redoing TikTok eras from like 2020.
And they're like, let me buy a ring light now.
Or like, I know I'm fucked up.
I'm just a loser. And then there's so many comments that are just like, stay on the boat.
Stay on the boat.
Or there's like an iceberg in the comments and like, I have a friend who can help you with this. And I'm just like, guys, the dark humor.
And even like, remember that whole trend of where you whisk the coffee?
Oh yes, the frothy coffee.
And you like make it into this whole drink with the milk and the ice and iced coffee, obviously. But it's just like those are the days, but those are not the days at the same time.
right now,
and TikTok dancers.
yes, but like I mean, right now at this stage in our life, people have just either come out of high school or they've just gone into high school, and the people that have come out of high school and university, we actually have to work now. We have to make a living. So what are we gonna do if we have to be staying at home again?
Yeah.
Guys, please, can we keep?
Someone said I can't do 2 pandemics
In
my
my lifetime. Goodness,
Nah.
guys, it hasn't even been. It's only been like 6 years.
Yeah.
Can we just calm down, please?
And then I want to talk about. Okay, this is for the book talk girlies.
Ooh.
And guys. Or people. Okay. And the books being made into TV shows at the moment.
Oh.
I can't wait for the deal. Like, dude.
No, but you know what's pissing me off about these things is I've read some of these books and they leave out the most important parts, and you're sitting there like, where's the senior?
I know there's like parts of there is parts of like certain books and like them being turned into movies.
Yeah, like
shows.
it ends with us.
That's very controversial.
It is very controversial, but I'm saying if we're looking at the books turning into TV shows, you're looking at it and you're like, okay, but you've missed the whole section that was important.
Yeah, I don't know about. I didn't read Regretting You, but it
No, I
wasn't
didn't
my
either.
favorite. I'm not gonna
No.
lie. Like, I'm not no shade on the actresses and actors. Like, I loved everything about it, but the storyline was a bit like wishy-washy.
Because of the fact that they skipped so many parts.
But that is what irritates me the most about all of this is that it's constantly like this is here and that's there, and you're like, but that was supposed to be there. This is missing, and what the heck is going on?
And like this is in the wrong part of the story. Why are we doing it at the end when it became in the middle?
If I even think about Perks of Being a Wallflower, I read the book like 3 times, and I'm like, there's a lot of things missing in the movie that weren't in the book, and I'm like,
just make a 3-hour movie that can give you everything.
Oh, if we can watch the Gladiator or Avatar, I'm sure you can put that into a fully equipped movie.
Make it a movie that's, I know some of them are like an hour and a half, and I'm thinking, you can't do a whole book in an hour and a half, bro.
Not if you want to do it well.
No, not if you want to do it properly. Even though it ends with us as controversial, I did not like that movie because it skipped out so many parts of the book.
A lot of crucial parts.
A lot of the crucial parts.
But I have to admit, my favorite movie at the moment that I've watched is Project Hail Mary. That was such a good movie.
Project Hail Mary. I love Project Hail Mary.
I actually rewatched it with my boyfriend. I'm like, this is so freaking good. Ryan Gosling was shining.
Yeah. Thank you everybody for watching, and we shall see you next week. Bye.